deliberate. There's just no way you could have a series of circumstances that would justify this being an accident. And as my friend Daryl Cooper pointed out, when this attack happened, once in international law, Geneva Convention, when a naval vessel gets disabled, you're then, as the attacker, responsible for trying to help lend aid to that ship, and certainly to the sailors that are in the water, if they're in the water. You're not supposed to be gunning up their lifeboats and strafing the decks of their ship as they're already a disabled vessel. So this is just wrong in every circumstance. And I was talking before we started recording this. I've been in friendly fire incidents before, in pretty bad ones where people died, and I totally understand that there is the fog of war, that these things happen, that you make mistakes and someone sees something that they didn't think they saw, or someone saw something that they didn't think they see. There's all things there's a lot of chaos that happens. But to have that happen for hours upon hours when there's an American flag flying, and Joe, that was, again, this is something else we were joking about when we were off air. Since you were a signalman with no other ships to signal to, you really had one job, and that was to know what was flying, what the ship was flying. And 100% that the American flag was clearly visible, and that you actually ended up raising an even bigger American flag.
That's right.
I might add to that, Jocko, the Israeli war room had us plotted on their map as American and friendly. They said they changed the watch and inadvertently forgot we were there and took us off their war table. I mean, come on, man. When you change watches, you inform everybody of what's going on, and they just took it all away, and that's still irritates me. I know it does these guys too.
Yeah, and by the way, there's no more important piece of information on the battlefield than where your friendly forces are.
Yes, sir.
So this isn't like whatever, we're just going to pull some people off the board. No, that's a sin.
Mm-hmm.
And people focus on the flying of the flag. Was it flying? Was it not flying? But that's just one of the ways of identifying a ship. There's the color, the structure, how the deck is laid out, the masts and all that stuff. And they claim that they approached within 1,000 yards and misidentified us as a 40-year-old black-hulled, rusted-out Egyptian tramp steamer half our size.
JQ Tony Hart